Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tala Josfano Al Hindi, and I am the sister of Muhannad Al Hindi, pilot for captain for Gulf Air. I am an American citizen working for the British government. I came all the way to Bangladesh to ensure that my brother gets justice for his wrongful and negligent killing. My brother, Muhannad Yusuf Al Hindi, was a happy, positive, and presumed to be healthy 60 years old pilot. He was a very positive person. Everybody loved him and everybody loved being around him. He loved his family and he loved his job. He would get routine regular health checks for the purposes of his work as a pilot. He was a veteran.
Carry on.
He was a veteran pilot for Gulf Air who carried out his job with great care and skill to ensure the safety of his passengers and his colleagues. It breaks my heart to say that my brother was a victim of medical negligence and manslaughter here in Bangladesh, as he thought so highly of this country and the kindness of your people. The tragic and fatal incident took place on 14th December 2022. Here is the exact timeline of the day of the incident. He was staying at Meridian Hotel in Dhaka, where most pilots and airlines stay in Bangladesh, before his early morning Gulf Air flight, where he would be the main captain of the flight. He woke up at 2:45 a.m. to get ready for his flight and left for Hazrat Airport. He arrived at Hazrat Airport at around 3:30, and at that time the World Cup was happening, and he was a big fan of Messi, and he was walking to the immigration talking to his co-pilot about Messi, and he was happy. While he was going through immigration around 4 a.m., he collapsed and was found to be unresponsive. At around 4:20 a.m. At the airport, my brother had his first cardiac arrest. At this point, the staff and people at the airport, he received 5 minutes of CPR. His blood pressure was going down. Therefore, after, he was transported to United Hospital. Between 4:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m., he was still in transport carrying him to the hospital from the airport. He arrived at the emergency room of United Hospital around 5:30 a.m. and he did not receive any treatment at the emergency room of United Hospital. Between 4:30, at around 5:45 a.m., he was moved from the emergency room to the CCM unit of United Hospital, which I think is the ICU and in the hospital. Around 6:25 a.m., he had his second cardiac arrest, and again, CPR was given for 10 minutes. After carrying out return of spontaneous ROSC and ECG showed that segment's elevation. Around 6:45, he had his third cardiac arrest. So by now he had 3 cardiac arrests in the hospital. At around 6:45 a.m., he had his third cardiac arrest, and CPR was given for 15 minutes with ROSC. Around 7 a.m., immediate ECHO was carried out on my brother and cardiology opinion was taken. Around 9 a.m., the cardiologist consultation was for the first time taken, and my brother, friend, who was a first officer, the co-pilot with him, who did not leave his side, became a privy of information that he will need PCI procedure, and it's necessary due to the critical state of my brother. He consented, as a second consent was required, but the Gulf Air personnel who was present there at that time knew that that procedure was very risky. Since the process was risky, the hospital was required to get Gulf Air's consent, which they failed to do so, and instead they called our family trying to get another consent from my brother, not giving him the full information, speaking with poor English that we did not really understand what he was saying, and undermining the massive risk that this procedure would produce. During the call, where they thought for consent for PCI surgery to check for heart blocks, they said it's normal, standard procedure, downplaying the risk involved, as my brother was on ventilator and suffered 3 cardiac arrests already. Around 10:30, my brother was transferred to the cath lab for PCI intervention. Upon CAG inspection, they claim they found the left main artery was 99% blocked. Around 11:15, my brother had his 4th and final cardiac arrest during the procedure. He was given 45 minutes of CPR, and temporary pacemaker was inserted, and my brother took his final breath at 12:08 p.m. He was sedated during the procedure. Upon making an inquiry at the said hospital, United Hospital, I was informed that Dr. Kaisar Nasir did the procedure, but his name was not to be found in any of the patient file provided to Gulf Air and provided to my family. The report stated that my brother had asthma, when in fact he did not have asthma. When inquired about this, they said it was mistakenly left out. I also suspect that a cardiologist was consulted over the phone.